Okay, horror fans, it is September, and for the first time ever on this channel, we are going to be doing what is called pre-horror month, which is, of course, leading up to the actual horror month. Now, the reason I started this was because of two things. One, the thing I'm about to review tonight, and two, last year during our live 31 straight day stream of horror games, a lot of you guys asked us to stream The Evil Within 2. And it just came out last year, right around October, when we were doing the live streams of the other games, and we had never played The Evil Within 1. So this year, in September, we are going to start live streaming The Evil Within 1, which is going to lead into October, and then that's when we are going to do The Evil Within 2, and another game as well, which I'm kind of keeping that a secret. So yeah, we're going to do the 31 straight days again in October, but starting in September, now they also have this new TV show on called The Purge, maybe you've heard of it, and The Nun is coming out this month. So we got all this horror stuff coming out this month. So I thought, okay, well, you know, instead of pushing it off an entire month, waiting for it, we'll just do pre-horror month. So here it is. This is pre-horror month. This is a preview, sort of what's coming next month. Now, for those who don't know, and you probably soon will, I am a huge Purge fan. I've seen all the movies. I've enjoyed just about all the movies. And I've always liked The Purge. And it's one of those films that, just like, I guess, Saw or any sort of horror franchise, people just want to hate on it. People just want to tear it apart and hate on it and say how stupid it is and how you need to stop making them and there's too many of them and blah, blah. You know, if I like a franchise, I want to see as many as I can until it just starts getting so bad that I don't want to see it anymore. Hellraiser is a good example for that. Stop making Hellraiser movies until they get better, or make a better Hellraiser movie. Somebody, please. As for The Purge, it hasn't yet gotten bad, and that's why I was really looking forward to this TV series. Now, this is going to be a 10-episode TV series, and I'm going to be reviewing every episode in the 10 episodes. So every week I'm going to come on here and review the next episode of The Purge. Okay, so for those who have no idea what The Purge is, has never watched a TV show, has never seen any of the movies, has no clue as what this is, The Purge takes place in the future, and once a year, for 12 straight hours, all rules get thrown out the window. You can murder whoever you want, you can break into whatever shop you want, you can burn whatever you want, you can destroy whatever you want for 12 straight hours. Once the Purge starts, you can do whatever you want, basically. And there's been 4 movies now. We had the first Purge, and then the actual first Purge, and then the other 2 sequels. So, yeah, I've seen them all. Like I said, I've enjoyed all of them, and then once they announced this TV series, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I can see this being a TV series, because the movies, you know, always focus on 3 or 4 different groups of people, and you have like an hour, hour and a half to, you know, get in these people's lives and see what happens to them on Purge night. But on a television show, you know, they can expand that and make you hopefully care for these characters a little bit more and see the entire Purge night from beginning to end. Now, my wife said, well, they should have had this 12 episodes, 12 hours. Every one of them should have been the first hour like 24, and that would have been awesome. That would have been so cool if they did that. But they didn't, so they kind of sped it up, you know. So by the end of the first episode, the Purge is already going on here. Okay, so for this show, and there's going to be spoilers, because I'm basically going to talk about the entire show. So if you want to watch the show, don't watch this review if you don't want spoilers, because I am literally going to tell you the whole story. And this is for people, much like I did with The Mist, those who didn't want to watch The Mist or who was not able to watch The Mist, tuned in and listened to me ramble about the episode, so you could kind of keep track of what was happening every week. And this is kind of going to be the same. My hopes were for this that it was going to be a lot better than The Mist, and it actually is. It's better than The Mist, but it is basically sort of a watered-down version of The Purge. And by that, I mean, so far, they haven't really showed much violence. I mean, they have shown violence, but it's always been off-screen, and you don't really see it. And the stuff they do show, again, like I said, it's just sort of a watered down version of the movie. The movie will show all the blood and the guts and the burnings and the shootings and all that stuff. This hasn't really got into it that much yet, but again, it's only the first episode. Now, just like the movies, there are several different characters going on in here. First character, and I don't know their names yet, and I don't even know if I'll remember them by the end of the show. Hopefully I will. But the first character is sort of like this businesswoman, and she has to go to work on the Purge. Now, I thought that was pretty funny. I'm like, yeah, I can see that, you know, some guy working at McDonald's. Yeah, Bob, you're going to be working tonight during the Purge? I can totally see that. I can completely see somebody doing that to people during the Purge. Oh yeah, you're going to be working at the gas station tonight? You should be fine. Yeah, I mean, that's totally this world. This world would absolutely have somebody work during the Purge hours. And I thought it was kind of funny. But this woman works in a big high-rise, billion-dollar building, and she's some sort of some businesswoman, and she's, I guess, like vice president or some big shot. And she's working on one of the floors there in this building, and the floor is apparently secured. So they have like security guards and all this stuff around this floor to where, you know, once the Purge starts, these people are apparently going to be safe up on the floors, apparently. Then we have another character, and he is sort of Marine. He just came back from the Marines, and he's looking for his sister named Penelope. It's a couple hours until the Purge, and he's driving around looking for his sister. You have that storyline, but then they actually have the other storyline about what's going on with Penelope, and there is a group of people wearing all purple robes, driving an all purple bus. They got some really sweet lights going on the bottom of the bus, makes the whole ground light up purple too. And these people are people who want to sacrifice themselves during the Purge. These are the people who believe in their heads that, you know, Purge night is for them to go and kill themselves or give themselves to other people to purge upon. I can totally see this. I can completely see people doing this because people are crazy. I mean, there's so many packs out there who have killed themselves over the stupidest things. I don't know if you remember, but a couple years ago, they had a pack where these people thought aliens were going to come and get them, and they all did mass suicide because they thought they were going to be saved by aliens. So, yeah, this isn't that far off. As a group of people wanting to go out during a Purge night and just offering themselves to be murdered. So, they got that going on, and Penelope is part of this group. I think she's on the bus, but I know she was in that group. So that's that storyline. Now we have another storyline where these two couples, and they're proclaiming they're not rich. They're pretty wealthy, I guess, but they're not really well off. But they're going to this big mansion during Purge night. And if anyone's ever seen the movies, you know what happens to rich people when they go and purge on Purge night. They basically have all these people come in, martyrs or whatever, and they kill them. And I'm assuming that's where this bus is going to end up at. The bus is going to go to this mansion so they can be murdered by all these rich people. Now this couple, the only reason they're going out to this house is to do a business deal. And that's the only reason, basically, they're going. They're not going there to purge or kill anybody. They're going there just to get a business deal done. So during this whole sequence between these people, they keep having these flashbacks of sex, and you keep seeing all this sex. I'm like, what is going on? Why do they keep showing? And you can't really understand what's happening until they finally get to the mansion, and they show towards the end of the show that the man and the woman apparently had a threesome. I'm assuming that's what this is, with the other woman in the mansion. I guess it's the boss's wife. They didn't really say. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on with that. Yeah, I don't really know anything other than that, but that's what's happening there. And as for characters, that's it. That's what they have going on the first episode. So you do get to see what happens when you have to go to work. And then you got the person that's driving around on the street looking for his sister. And then you got the group of people who are sacrificing themselves. Then you got this other group of people who are in this $1 million house celebrating with rich people. So you do have some very interesting storylines going on here. And once the Purge actually starts on this show, there are people going out and killing people, obviously, but they don't really show it. And if they do show it, the guy's driving around, he's driving down the street, and you can kind of see people doing things on the street to each other. And that's about it. The one sequence I actually thought was pretty nice, it's towards the end of the show, is the bus load of sacrificers pull up, and the first person gets off. This person walks down the aisle, and I guess she picks who gets off there, and she picks some person, and they get up and they walk out, and they walk up to this group of people. It looks like they came right out of the Strangers movie, and they got sort of like the Strangers masks on. And they're all standing there with axes, and they walk up there, and the guy's standing there, and they just start chopping on him, and they just chop into pieces, and they show it in the shadow of the bus. And all the people in the bus are watching, they're like, okay, let me off this bus now, I'm done, I don't think I want to do this anymore. I think some of them were like that, and other ones like, oh cool, look, this guy's getting murdered. But I think the majority seem like they're like, yeah, I'm done, bye. I don't think they wanted to be on the bus that much. Overall, this was actually an okay opening. I don't know what I expected from it. I kind of expected what it was, I guess, for them to show the different people in the different levels of what's going on here. But again, we have 9 more episodes to get through, and we're going to get pretty deep into this storyline, hopefully. And I'm also assuming that all these people, these separate people, are going to merge into one group, maybe, or they're going to have their own separate stories. I don't really know at this point. But as of right now, I'm enjoying it. It's a good. I'm not going to sit here and say I think it's great. It's not, at this point, great show. The acting is okay. It's not spectacular by any stretch of the imagination, but it's okay. I mean, it's good for what the show is portraying these people as. There's no real standout stories yet. No real standout, oh man, I can't wait to see what happens here. The one story with the woman in the office building, that was interesting because, I forgot to tell you, she went down to pick up something from some woman. The woman had to wait until the purge actually started, and then gave something to the businesswoman. So I'm assuming this businesswoman is either going to go upstairs and purge, or she's, I don't know. I mean, they didn't really say, but that's kind of an interesting, okay, well, what's going to happen with this? As for the rich people, I'm like, okay, I kind of see where that's going, I think. And as for the guy driving around in the car looking for a sister, that's also okay, interesting. I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen when he finds his sister. His sister is, I can't think what her name is right now, but his sister is being portrayed by the girl who was in the Chucky movies, who is the daughter of the guy who does the Chucky voice. I can't think of what her name is. Something Dorf? Finona Dorf? Something like that. But yeah, she's in this. She's really the only recognizable name I see in this so far. But if you like The Purge, I think you'd probably like this TV series. So tune in, see what you think. I love to hear from you. During The Mist, you guys left so many amazing comments, and I love to read them all. To tell me what you thought of this movie and thought of the characters, or the TV show, I mean. I love hearing from you guys. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, because for pre-horror month, we are going to be live streaming video games, like I said. We're going to bring some more horror movies, and every single week I'm going to be back with the next Purge review. So until next week, I'll see you guys, and don't purge until it's time to purge, which will probably be soon.